Hi everyone, and welcome back to our series on essential delay analysis methods and best practices. Today, we're continuing our discussion on project delays and entitlement to cost and time extensions due to prolonged project durations. In previous videos, we talked about key delay analysis methods, which are impacted as planned, time impact analysis, TIA, Windows analysis, as planned versus as built, collapsed as built. We provided theoretical and practical examples on the first three methods, as each of these methods serves a specific purpose depending on the nature of the project and available data. Today, we will take a deeper look into as planned versus as built, a comparative method that helps us understand project delays and their causes. The as planned versus as built method is at its core a comparison-based approach. It compares the planned schedule, the baseline, with the actual progress, as built records, to determine when delays occurred, how long they lasted, and their impact on the overall project timeline. As this method relies on the quality of the original plan and the accuracy of records, unlike impacted as planned and TIA, this method is a retrospective type, same as Windows analysis, looking at delay events after they happened. To apply this method effectively, we follow a structured process. First, identify the latest schedule update. It's crucial to have the most recent schedule update showing actual progress and completion dates. Second, assess project records. If schedule updates are missing or unreliable, we use supporting records like daily reports, site photos, weekly reports, and payment applications to reconstruct actual timelines. Third, compare planned versus actual durations. We analyze start and finish dates, highlighting discrepancies between the planned and actual completion of each activity. Fourth, segment critical delays. We divide the critical path into windows of time, each representing a critical activity or set of related activities. Fifth, determine causes of delays. By analyzing these delays in context, we identify whether they were caused by unforeseen events, poor planning, or other project factors. Why use as planned versus as built? As planned versus as built is an essential method for analyzing project delays. Unlike other methods, it looks at the actual impact of events after they happen. This retrospective approach allows us to assess cause and effect relationships in project delays. Now, why we should use this method over other methods like Windows analysis or time impact analysis? Here are two main reasons. First, when regular schedule updates are missing or unreliable. For delay analysis methods like Windows analysis or time impact analysis, we typically rely on consistent and reliable schedule updates throughout the project. However, in some cases, the project schedule may not be updated frequently. The available schedule updates may be unreasonable or unreliable for proper analysis. If that's the case, using Windows analysis or impacted as planned methods may not yield meaningful results. Instead, we turn to as planned versus as built, where we rely on the latest schedule updates combined with project records to reconstruct what actually happened on site. Second, when the baseline schedule or critical path is unreliable. Another challenge arises when the original baseline schedule itself is flawed due to unrealistic assumptions or incorrect durations. For example, the baseline schedule might show an excavation activity planned to take 3 days. However, in reality, excavating 200 square meters took 10 days, a much more reasonable time frame. This discrepancy highlights that the planned duration was unrealistic, making a direct schedule comparison ineffective. Challenges in using as planned versus as built. While this method is powerful, we must ensure the accuracy of project records. Without accurate and detailed records, the analysis may be incomplete or misleading. That's why it's crucial to verify the reliability and consistency of data before applying this method. Before we dive into a practical demonstration, let's first go through the theory using a sample project. We start with the baseline schedule, which establishes the planned project duration. This schedule originally projected the project to finish by mid of August 2024. However, when we examine the as-built records, we find that the actual completion date was 1st of October 2024. The red bars on the timeline highlight areas where delays occurred. These are the extended durations that we need to analyze and interpret. The planned versus as-built method is used to explain how these durations were extended. Unlike other methods, we don't immediately attribute delays to specific causes or events. Instead, we first identify where the actual durations exceeded the planned durations. Once we have the as-built schedule, we analyze which activities took longer and investigate the underlying reasons. For example here, in this case, we identified that building 1's superstructure was originally planned to start on June 1st, but was delayed until 23rd of June 2024. This indicates a delay in the start of substructure works, and we need to determine why this delay happened. This period between 23rd of June to July 7th also shows extended durations, suggesting further slowdowns in execution. At this stage, our role is to investigate these extended durations and justify why the project timeline shifted. Intervals versus windows analysis. A key point to remember is that these delayed periods are not necessarily treated as windows in a window analysis. Instead, we analyze specific intervals where delays occurred. This allows us to focus on key events that contributed to project overruns. For example, after identifying delays, we see that Event 1 caused a shift in substructure work of Building 1 start date. Event 2 further prolonged substructure activities. Event 3 contributed to additional delays to Building 2, leading to the final completion date shift. Now we have a clear picture of how delays accumulated and impacted the project's overall schedule. Now let's go through a practical example to see how we apply the as-planned versus as-built method in real project scenario. Here we have a project that was planned to start on 24th February 2024 and finish on 21st April 2024. However, when we examine the actual progress, we see that the project was completed on 15th of May 2024, showing an extended duration of approximately 20 to 25 days beyond the planned schedule. Our goal is to analyze what happened, where delays occurred, and why certain activities took longer than expected. Let's break it down step by step. First activity, excavation works, planned to take 10 days and actually took 10 days, so no delay here. Second activity, Blinding works planned for 2 days and also finished on time, as scheduled. Foundation works planned to start on 9th of March, but actually started on 23rd of March, finishing on 30th of March. This delay raises a red flag. We need to investigate why this activity didn't start on time. Possible reasons: design approval issues such as shop drawings delays or late approvals. To confirm this, we check project documents, reports, and approval records. After the foundation work was completed, the next set of activities followed. Backfilling works took place until 6th of April 2024. Slab on grade followed immediately after. Vertical elements delay. A gap appeared between slab casting and the start of vertical elements. The planned schedule expected vertical elements to begin immediately after slab casting, but instead there was a delay between 10th to 21st of April. Why? Again, we need to analyze potential causes such as site access issues, material shortages, or resource availability. Finally, after completing the vertical elements, horizontal element started right away and took 15 days, finishing on May 15th, 2024. However, we see that this phase also experienced an extra 3 days of delay beyond the planned 12-day duration. By analyzing these gaps, we can determine where delays occurred in the project timeline, which activities took longer than planned, the possible reasons behind these delays. Through this process, we justify the entitlement to time and cost extensions based on actual project conditions. Thank you for watching, and talk to you in the next video.